In the nascent years of the 20th century, New York City pulsed with a relentless, mechanical rhythm. A sprawling metropolis of towering ambition, its skyline punctuated by smokestacks. The streets teemed with hopeful masses drawn to work and a new life. Immigrants from across Europe traded familiar landscapes for crowded tenements and bustling factories. The garment industry was the engine of this new economy. A predominantly young, female, foreign-born workforce stitched the era's shirtwaists. Cotton and linen towered, scraps, threads, and patterns carpeted the floor. A tinderbox, tools of the trade, and newly electrified machinery posed daily risks. Safety was distant, often sacrificed for efficiency and profit. Few regulations, fewer inspectors. Hundreds of thousands toiled in unregulated danger. The afternoon of Saturday, March 25, 1911, was drawing to a close, the final bell moments away. On the 8th floor, amidst mountains of fabric and tissue, a small, unnoticed event occurred. Likely a discarded cigarette, or a spark from a motor, fell into cotton cuttings. In a room primed for combustion, the ember smoldered, then blossomed into flame. It licked through fabric and devoured the paper patterns hanging above. On oil-soaked floors, flames raced and climbed fabric partitions. Within minutes, the workshop became a roaring inferno. Heat and thick black smoke rolled through. There were no automatic alarms, no sprinklers, only screams as warning. As the 8th floor surged toward exits, the fire climbed upward, fed by broken windows. By the time the 9th and 10th floors smelled smoke and saw flames, routes were compromised. Daylight blotted out, the hum of machines replaced by shattering glass and the roar of fire. In less than 5 minutes, a tiny spark became disaster. As chaos erupted and workers surged toward exits, they met a horrifying reality. A primary exit on the 9th floor was locked from the outside. A routine control measure turned death sentence. To prevent theft and breaks, management funneled workers through one door. Other means of egress existed, but proved tragically inadequate. 2 freight elevators ran. Operators Gaspar Mortillo and Joseph Zito made perilous trips, cramming cars with survivors. Heat and crush warped the rails. Elevators failed. The building's lone fire escape, flimsy, poorly anchored, was never designed for mass evacuation. Under strain, it buckled and collapsed, sending dozens to their deaths. Fire department ladders reached only the 6th, at best the 7th floor. Workers above were tragically out of reach. Life nets tore under the force of the falls. The so-called fireproof building stood, its interiors a furnace, windows framing impossible choices. When the smoke cleared, firefighters entered a blackened ruin. Haunting evidence of final, desperate moments lay scattered. Victims piled at locked doors, testament to a futile struggle. Others huddled by shafts. Others at the machines that defined their days. By nightfall, the toll was confirmed. 146 souls. Not statistics, people with names, families, dreams. Most were young women, some as young as 14, newcomers from Italy and Eastern Europe. New York mourned. Over 100,000 marched in the rain. Hundreds of thousands watched in silence. Sorrow hardened into unified anger. This was not unavoidable. It was preventable. Progress, revealed, carried a brutal price for those who built it. City and state investigations began immediately. The Factory Investigating Commission, led by Al Smith and Robert F. Wagner, documented every flaw. Their conclusions were damning and predictable. A locked exit, illegal even then, directly caused dozens of deaths. No alarms, no sprinklers. A single, flimsy fire escape. Blocked aisles, doors opening inward. Bottlenecks guaranteed. No emergency plan, no drills, no worker training. Newspapers fueled outrage. Owners Isaac Harris and Max Blank were tried for manslaughter. They were acquitted, deepening public fury. If courts would not deliver justice, the legislature must. An organized movement surged. Public pressure and undeniable evidence left politicians no choice. The Triangle Fire catalyzed safety framework. The reforms after Triangle became pillars of America's modern safety framework. Safe exits and emergency preparedness, enforced by government, define today's standards. In 1970, the OSH Act created OSHA to ensure safe and healthful working conditions. OSHA sets and enforces standards and provides training, outreach, and assistance. 29. CFR 1910-36. Sufficient, unlocked, unobstructed exits. Lessons from locked doors and blocked aisles. 29. CFR 1910-38 and 1910-39. Written plans, alarms, drills, and training. Hands-on extinguisher use and proper storage of flammables are mandatory. Safety must be engineered, planned, and practiced. Disasters happen when known risks are ignored. Those 146 lives compel vigilance and leadership.